Today on The Balancing Act, the latest in dermatology and keeping your skin healthy. Education news you can use, how clinical research studies are working towards a cure for Alzheimer's, keeping your home comfortable, plus lots more on The Balancing Act.
Up first, a story not to be missed.
Spending time outdoors, enjoying sports and other activities can nourish the body and mind, but not necessarily your skin. Unprotected exposure to the sun can speed up aging, cause wrinkles, and maybe even lead to skin cancer.
I'm a board-certified dermatologist and a board-certified Mohs surgeon. Most of what I do is anything in the skin as far as rashes, skin cancer, detection of skin cancer. And then when we do find skin cancer, we usually treat it with Mohs micrographic surgery, which is taking a piece of tissue, examine it under a microscope, and removing all the skin cancer cells. Mohs is a technique that has the highest cure rate, between 97 to 99% cure rate. It's also a tissue sparing technique, which means that it would leave the least amount of scars. And most of the skin cancers occur on the head and neck area where people don't really want any scars. Therefore, Mohs has the ability to very successfully remove a skin cancer while leaving the smallest scar.
Dr. Gurgen should know he's in the top 1% of dermatologists nationwide and was named one of Florida's favorite physicians.
Most skin cancers are asymptomatic. They usually just grow silently, no one really notices it, or sometimes you can't even see it if it's on your back. Therefore, our team usually does a very thorough skin exam to detect these lesions once they arise. Basically, we do whatever it takes to satisfy our patients. We take our time, we listen to all their concerns, we don't rush them out the door, and usually everybody is extremely happy.
He also has some tips on selecting the right sunscreen.
Premature aging from sun damage is not necessarily people who are out in the sun, bathing in the beach or anything of that sort. It could be people who are working outdoors. It could be people who are walking from their car to the store, going to get your mailbox, Any kind of exposure to the sun could increase your chances of skin cancer. Our head and neck is always exposed. Therefore, we do get skin damage directly on our head and neck. That's where we need to be using sunscreen daily to protect ourselves. I would also recommend sun protective clothing as well as sunblocks. There are very great products out there right now that protect you from the sun. The fishing shirts and long sleeves, and some of them even have hood when you're out on a boat. I think that's very important in sun protection. There's a difference between sunscreen and sunblock. Sunblocks tend to work more effectively by blocking the sun rays from entering your skin. Therefore, we recommend zinc and titanium as the active ingredients in sunblocks to our patients.
And regular checkups can literally be a lifesaver, especially for people who spend a lot of time outside for work or play.
We usually recommend people to be seen by a dermatologist at least once a year if they have no risk factors or previous history of skin cancer. But those individuals who have sun damage, extensive sun damage, and history of skin cancer, we usually recommend at least 2 times a year. You don't need a referral to see a dermatologist. If you think you have something on your skin that's changing, that's abnormal, you can easily pick up the phone and call your local dermatologist to make an appointment.
For more information about Dr. Johnny Gurgen, visit drgurgen.com or just go to our website, thebalancingact.com.
Every child deserves the best education possible. Take a look at this.
We all know how important educating our children is. Let's visit Smith Preparatory Academy, where they offer Christian family-oriented programs that are shaping students to be truly virtuous scholars.
Smith Prep has both a vision and a mission. Our vision is to establish a community of virtuous scholars who are furthering God's kingdom both locally and globally. Our mission statement is tethered together to that vision statement, and what we're wanting to do is provide the highest quality Christian classical education that is cultivating Christian virtue and recovering Christian humanism. Yeah, well, we're serving grades K through 12, but we also offer some college courses. One of the reasons we've chosen to serve grades across the board, not just from elementary to high school, but all together, is because we understand that education really is about the formation of the human being, and that doesn't start in high school and it doesn't end in middle school.
We also have a preschool program here at Smith Prep. Our goals are to instill the love of God. We also start with phonics and numbers. We learn our ABCs and our 1, 2, 3s, and we just teach our children to love one another well.
They consider themselves a classical school. You might be wondering what this means.
A classical school is about human formation. So we seek not only to educate minds, but we also educate bodies and souls. So through discipline, we address the body, and through our catechisms and through our Christian worldview, we address the soul. And we want our students to become truly virtuous scholars. So we use catechisms in our lower school to memorize information like timelines and the basics of the Christian faith through the Westminster Shorter Catechism. But we are also using them in our upper school because we want students to remember.
Well, the goals of traditional schools are typically either to create smart people or to equip people to get good jobs or to be good citizens. And while we value all of those things and we want our students to be able to be good citizens, to have a good job and to be smart, we recognize that education is really to be a human education. It really genuinely is about shaping the human being and the human constitution to respond to the world as they ought to respond to it.
They also offer what they call cottage programs to encourage family time as part of the process.
The benefits of the cottage program are greater assistance and partnership with families who want some homeschooling aspect of education, but don't feel fully equipped to offer it all by themselves. So our cottage and our traditional programs run concurrently. Our traditional program was kind of formed around our cottage program. So both programs offer the same instruction by the same teachers, and they're both fully accredited. Our 2-day students or our cottage students are here on Mondays and Wednesdays, along with our 4-day students, and they're in the same classes. On Tuesdays and Thursdays, however, our cottage students would be at home completing assignments and getting the practice that they need with their parents at home, whereas our traditional or our 4-day students would be in school, working with their teachers, and also receiving more enrichment on that material.
They also teach Latin from an early age. Why is this important?
There's 2 really important reasons why we teach Latin. One, Latin is the basis of the English language, and 80% of the English language is comprised of Greek or Latin. Secondly, because the English language is comprised of Latin, it helps us to come to understand why we think what we think, how we think the way we think, and begin to navigate the world that we live in.
Because of the quality of the education that we offer, all of our graduates are college eligible upon graduation.
We have a partnership right now with Palm Beach Atlantic, and we're pleased to say this has been an ongoing partnership for the last few years, where we're offering our students dual enrollment in college courses through our program at Smith Prep with our professors.
We want them to love learning, that everything that we are doing here at Smith Prep instills God's love, and we want them to love what we are doing and love to learn.
This is just a fantastic place to be. It's more than just a school, it's a family.
Cultivating virtuous scholars.
For more information about Smith Preparatory Academy, visit smithprep.com or go to our website, thebalancingact.com.
Don't touch that dial. You don't want to miss our next story.
Clinical trials. They offer new and potentially life-changing medicines that are tested by top physicians for subsequent approval by the FDA, ultimately helping those who need them the most. An important research study for Alzheimer's is currently taking place at Charter Research in Central Florida.
I'm Jeff Polig. I'm the CEO of Charter Research. Our purpose is to advance medicine for healthier lives. We do that through conducting clinical research studies. We work in multiple therapeutic areas, but we're best known for our work in Alzheimer's disease and Parkinson's disease research. The clinical trials that we run are open to everybody. Of course, each trial has its own specific criteria for eligibility, but we really encourage everyone to come participate to see if they may qualify. In Alzheimer's disease, for example, we're running studies for people that have a diagnosis of mild cognitive impairment or Alzheimer's disease, but we're also doing prevention studies, and we're looking for people to participate in clinical trials who have normal thinking and memory.
Alzheimer's is the 5th leading cause of death in adults 65 and older, and there's currently no cure. That's why these studies are so important.
Clinical trials study entail different phases. One of them is the pre-screening, where we gather some information from the patient, then we situate them in a actual clinical study. Then they go through the screening process. They do medical care, medical examinations, and also psychometric ratings as well. PET scans are a specific type of scan that we use for the brain imaging. It can be used for other things, but in this case, we're talking about the brain. In general, in clinical practice, they are not readily available. They're very expensive, and most of the insurance companies would not pay for them. Other benefits from clinical trials is that they don't have to pay anything. It's totally free for them. They don't need to have insurance with them. We don't take an insurance. The sponsors will pay for all the cost. They're benefiting themselves, but they're also benefiting their fellow citizens and their families, because they could have a family member that in the future may benefit from the medicines that they are testing today.
Our physicians are top-rated, board-certified physicians with expertise in their medical areas and have been working in clinical trials for many years or many decades. We partner with some of the world's largest pharmaceutical companies, as well as smaller biotechnology and medical device companies on our clinical trials. We're opening large new research centers in the Villages and in Orlando. We're really excited to be able to bring that new expanded space to the people that are participating in our studies.
Participants are motivated by the potential benefits these studies offer to them, their families, and the community.
I was just really super excited because I thought this is going to help me, even if I'm on the placebo. At the end, I get the opportunity to take it anyway. The benefits of some of the things in the study is being able to get a MRI, being able to get a PET scan, being able to get what I think was called a tau scan. And it's on the protocol, is a certain number of times before you go do it again. They can compare it together, and I'm not having to go to a doctor and having my insurance pay for this. And that, to me, is the biggest benefit, is that I get the testing done.
So clinical trials are a very rigorous scientific method. We don't just put a drug out there because we think it works. We put a drug out there because we have studied that drug compared to placebo. Placebo is no drug at all, but the person goes through the same process as if they were receiving the drug. Then we compare the results from those that received the drug and those that did not receive the drug.
Clinical trials are the foundation of where medicine comes from. It's really important that people participate in clinical trials. Without clinical research, there is no medicine. It's the process by which all medicines come through.
In Charter Research, we have fully bilingual staff, and we can conduct research studies in Spanish and English. That gives a benefit for other people from different languages.
We'd love to have you come learn more about what we do at Charter Research. Come for an initial assessment, see if you may qualify for a study, and be a part of helping to advance medicine.
My advice to other people is, if you have even a minimal thought that you can't remember things, come take the testing. You have nothing to lose by making an appointment and come over and taking the testing, and let them tell you if you're just on the edge of being old, or if whether you have a problem or not.
There's no cure, and we have to find the cure so we can have a better life.
For more information about Charter Research's clinical trials, visit charterresearch.com or go to our website, thebalancingact.com.
Peace of mind is priceless when it comes to your home. Take a look at this.
A roof is not only one of the most important parts of the home, it can also be one of the most beautiful. If you're looking to replace your roofing system, make sure you choose a company that understands exactly what you need.
Turnkey Roofing of Florida is a full-service roofing contractor here in the state of Florida. We're looking to raise the bar on roof contracting and contracting as a whole. Through our three most important characteristics of our company, we look to create a culture of integrity, honesty, and clarity. We do this so that people understand that we're looking out for their best interests, and we hope to communicate that constantly through the whole process with them.
Turnkey Roofing of Florida installs long-lasting roofing systems all over the Jacksonville area.
If you're a homeowner, how do you know when your roof needs attention? First of all, consider the age. Most roofs last 15 to 25 years. It takes regular maintenance to review your roof, to look over and make sure you don't have accumulation of moss and debris, leaves, branches, also any damage that you have. Curling shingles, missing shingles, damaged shingles. Therefore, you want to really review your roof on a quarterly basis, if not monthly basis, especially after significant storms. Some of you may have received a letter from your insurance company or your mortgage company regarding your roof. Some of these letters may state a non-renewal or cancellation. This is because of the age of your roof. Contact a licensed roofer to give you a free estimate for your roof repair or to replace your roof. Answer your questions and educate you on the process and help you through the process, whereas you can make the best decision for you and your family.
From the materials to the contractor, homeowners are looking for quality work and a company they can trust.
Well, during the process of buying our new home, we found out that we would need to buy a new roof. And our wonderful real estate agent was kind enough to recommend Turnkey Roofing. We checked out their website online, and after doing that, we gave them a call. They sent out a wonderful representative who was very knowledgeable and able to walk us through the entire process step by step and got us through the whole process just as he described. And now we have a brand new roof with a brand new mortgage and insurance, and even the county was happy with the inspection.
We really like to handle everything from start to finish for the customer, from permitting in the beginning to our amazing staff in the office, out to the field where we have crews that we've been lucky enough to work with for several years, just completely handle the process from start to finish. At the end of the day, the customer is what's most important, and doing a good job for them. The great thing about being a platinum contractor with Owens Corning is the confidence you have when you're putting material on someone's roof. Shingles down to things you don't even see, like the underlayment, the starter strip, the valley material. Having an inclusive Owens Corning roof, you know, is not going to leak at the end of the day. They're going to back their warranty. They're going to back our warranty, and we're going to be able to give the homeowner a roof they can be proud of.
Here at Turnkey, we've had a consistent team for a long period of time. We've been very fortunate that we've been able to keep that culture going, not only in Jacksonville, but throughout the state. I think it's important in having consistency in an organization so that we provide the service that you need and in the time that you need it.
To learn how you can update and upgrade the roof on your home or business, visit ChooseTurnkey.com or go to our website, thebalancingact.com.
When legal aid is required, what you need most is someone you can trust, as we find out in this next story.
Not every fender bender or slip and fall is a 6 or 7 figure case, but you want to be treated fairly and honestly. That's when it's time to call Brooke Bolts at Bolts Legal.
The type of law that I handle is the traditional auto accident type case, personal injury type case, which we're trying to recover fair and full compensation from the at-fault driver. And I also represent homeowners who have been unfairly denied or underpaid by their insurance carrier and help them to try to recover enough to make the repairs that are necessary to their home. So when I first started my firm, we had very humble beginnings. We started in my home in a spare bedroom, and I had my mom, who is now my office manager, was there with me as my legal assistant, and myself in a spare bedroom. And as we started to hire more people, we outgrew the spare bedroom, and so I actually had to move my personal desk into my closet. And after about a year of working out of the home, we were thankfully able to upgrade into our beautiful office we have now.
Brooke believes in thinking outside the box.
I used to want to be a famous singer, but then I realized I'm much better at arguing.
Well, the iconic movie Legally Blonde says that law school is for people who are boring, ugly, and serious. So to differentiate myself, I just try to not be those things. So I just am constantly thinking about my cases and what the best strategy is. And no matter how difficult a certain case may seem, I have always found that I find some strategy to reach the end goal that we're trying to accomplish. The cases that I handle are on a contingency fee basis, which means that my clients do not pay me out of pocket for my services. So I get paid at the end of the case when the case resolves, and the money that I recover comes from insurance companies.
One of the mottos at Bolts Legal is fear no storm.
When our clients come to us, they've been through a stormy experience. Sometimes it's a physical or emotional storm, such as an injury, and other times it's an actual storm, like a hurricane. And so they feel hopeless up against these major insurance companies. And so at Bolts Legal, our motto is to fear no storm, because we're there for them and we help take them through this difficult experience. For the first part of my legal career, for almost 10 years, I worked for insurance companies. And now I work against them on behalf of the consumers. So that background that I have, having worked for the insurance companies, really helps me to have a holistic approach and to understand both sides of the case. If you have some sort of damage to your home that you think might be an insurance claim, I highly recommend you contact an insurance attorney before making that first call to the insurance company. Insurance policies are dozens of pages long. Many people don't read them carefully or even understand what they say. And so speaking with an insurance attorney can help you to understand whether you have an insurance claim or not, and help to guide you on how the best process is to pursue that claim.
So while they can't promise the results of a case, they can help deliver the best possible outcome.
When you're deciding on a law firm to hire, consider whether you want to be the small fish in a big pond or the big fish in a small pond. At Bolts Legal, our clients are big fish.
For more information about Bolts Legal Services, visit boltslegal.com or go to our website, thebalancingact.com.
If there's one person we should take care of, it's ourselves. Check this out.
Our teeth are like fingerprints, each unique and different, and making sure we save them for a lifetime is critical. That's where root canals and endodontists come in. Root canals have a bad rep, but with new modern technology, it's definitely not like the old days.
Hello, my name is Dr. Peter Chen. I am an endodontist in Central Florida, and basically what we do in our office is we try to save teeth by doing root canals. People have always heard about the nightmares of having a root canal done. Actually, people would come to root canal specialists to get their pain taken away. We're actually in the business of removing the pain and getting rid of the swellings for patients. Some of the warning signs that patients might experience are swelling, severe pain to hot and cold, basically just throbbing, achy, and dull ache. Tooth that's knocked out of the socket can still be saved when you see a dental specialist on time.
Dr. Chen is literally changing the face of root canals. He believes that saving your natural teeth has true value.
Basically, a root canal is a procedure where we remove a small piece of tissue inside the tooth, eliminating pain and infection. Saving the natural teeth is very beneficial to us because number one, it's the aesthetics. You want to look your best and nothing looks natural than your natural teeth. Second is that you're going to have a decreased amount of malnutrition if you start losing your teeth at an early age. Your teeth may shift. The third is the physical features of it. So our teeth exist and to also hold up our physical bone structure. So as we lose teeth in an earlier age, you will start seeing some facial changes.
Not all endodontic practices are the same. Here they use a combination of the latest in dental technology, advanced techniques, and modern architectural design to provide the best patient experience.
Some of the root canal treatments can be relatively simple and fast. And we have utilized a laser photoacoustics technology that can really clean a root canal in a shorter period of time and also prevent you from coming back to the second visit. We have found out that using red light therapy, we can start the healing process right away. And this red light therapy really has no side effects, and it can really decrease the patient's pain level. And it's a really good way to decrease the dependency on opioids. There are other instances that we can use red light therapy on, and surprisingly, one of it is oral mucositis. As we know that as patients going through cancer and chemotherapy or radiation, their mouth can be very painful and have sores. And utilizing red light therapy, we can minimize the soreness and the pain level. And a lot of our patients do not even require to take pain meds.
They have a full-time team dedicated to pain relief and saving your teeth with comfort, care, and convenience.
We have the best team, and I would say in Central Florida, probably even the state. They're very dedicated. They are always very happy to see your patient. They realize that having a root canal is really not the best experience that patients are feeling right now, but we really do our best to make sure that we get them in a timely manner. We work them in and make sure we get them out of pain. Our office has 5 convenient locations in Central Florida, and so every year we see thousands of root canals a year. And basically it's because an average root canal specialist sees about 25 root canals a week. And this is what we do day in and day out. We do have a 24-hour emergency line where they can call or leave us a message or send us a text. We always return their calls, and I get them in usually the same day. When you come here, you don't have to be afraid of root canals. We're here to take care of you. Our procedures are virtually painless, and you'll be glad you did.
For more information about how advanced endodontics can turn a frown into a smile, visit ineedarootcanal.com or go to our website, thebalancingact.com.
Thanks so much for joining us on this local edition of The Balancing Act. We'll see you next time.